I think there's something you should know about me. I just happen to...
Outstanding. Let's go bowling.
Wow! Hey Aussie gamers and honorary Aussie gamers from around the world. Welcome to episode 103. Today is Thursday, the 12th of November 2015, and you're listening to the Aussie Gamers Express podcast, the podcast that is being recorded live from a wasteland near you. I am your host, LewkOne, and joining me this week is my good friend Thorncliff. How are you, mate?
I'm very, very well.
Wonderful, and also joining us is our other great friend, Red. How are you?
Oh, where's the snooze button? I don't want to wake... Oh, yeah. I'm good, man. I'm good. Quite tired. Very good.
Up late playing games, obviously we'll get into that. But before we start the show, here's this week's show in preview. First up, we'll have Game Talk. Then we'll go and do some news, and this week's news has PlayStation 4, a pleasure machine, Alien Isolation for Whimps, not unlike myself, UFC 2 announcement, Activision aims for the big screen, Black Ops 3 statistics, and Fallout 4 Pip Boy Alternative. After that we'll do What's That Sound, then we'll rapid fire quiz ourselves, and then Sean is going to hit us with must play games, and Red will bring the show home with a shout. So, without further ado, let's get into Game Talk. Who wants to do that first this week?
I'll go.
Go ahead.
Well, we did discuss it last week, but I've been playing the definitive edition of Darksiders 2
Darksiders
on the
2,
Xbox One.
Yeah, how do you go with that?
I went quite well, actually. I've put a few hours into it and was pleasantly surprised at how good it was.
Have you played Darksiders 1, like the original?
Yes, many years ago.
Dude, I found it very different.
I've heard that.
Yeah, it is.
Darksiders 2.
Yeah,
the game was very different because I played Darksiders 2 when it was on the PS3.
Yep.
And I was quite shocked at the difference in the gameplay in that, and because you play as one of the horsemen. I think you play as War in the first one.
Yeah, that's right.
And now you play as Death in the second one, and it was a lot different in the whole style and the combat and the questing side of things as well.
Yeah, well, I think the way I would describe it is I think the first one's more of like just an action style game, and the second one I think brings in more RPG elements. Do you think?
Yeah,
that's the big thing I once heard. Like the skill tree was more in depth and it was a little bit more open, and you had a few more decisions to make as opposed to the linear style. I won't say it was a linear game, but the linear style of number one.
Yeah.
Well, they tried to add to it, and I thought, you know what, like hardcore fans of the first one were quite disappointed with it, but the changes that they made, I felt they were quite good.
Yeah.
But then again, I am a big fan of those RPG style of games anyway, where there's a little bit more to do than just running along a linear corridor.
Yeah, I played it a bit too. I thought the puzzles were pretty good. It was like it kind of has like that Tomb Raider, like maybe old school Tomb Raider-y kind of feel when you're inside and you got to jump around and turn levers, throw things at things to hit switches, and there's timed events where you got to quickly jump as the platforms are moving and stuff. I enjoyed all that stuff. I thought it was quite good.
Yeah, and surprisingly, they've made it look quite decent. So they haven't done many upgrades to it, but they've just touched it up a little bit, made it a little bit tidier, if you will.
Yeah, I mean,
you know what? It transfers across well for a game. Did it need a definitive edition with it coming out? Why didn't they just put it on backwards compatibility, I guess? But you know, it's going to be good, and I think that it's going to warm people up a lot for Darksiders 3.
They can't sell it again if it's backwards compatibility because that's free. But
they're putting a spiffy name on backwards compatibility and charging.
yeah, we're calling it a definitive edition, I mean, or a HD remake, if you will. I personally think all they did is, the typical 1080 upscale, and maybe brightened it up. I never played it on the last generation, so I don't really know.
They brightened it up a little bit and made the wind look prettier.
But it still looked like a last generation game, and it's still 30 frames. It's not 60 frames.
Yeah,
and the
the
only other
control
addition
scheme's very, well, it's not really outdated, but it's a lot different from what you're used to now on the current generation. So
Yeah, a couple of crashes too. It's a little bit buggy. Needs a patch, I think. But
Yeah.
I think people that loved the original one and didn't play the sequel will probably get a fair bit out of it, or people that are massive fans of the original Darksiders 2 will probably like it. But if you're looking for something that's like a awesome remake, like the Halo series and the Master Chief Collection, that's not what you're getting there. It's more like a re-release than a remaster, I would say.
yeah. Next, I've been playing more of Rory McIlroy Golf, so
Have you got the
I am
platinum
still
yet?
ploughing towards that platinum on it. I've got a few trophies to go now, so mainly just the challenge trophies, and I think I've got 2 career ones. One that was glitched originally, so that's winning the FedEx Cup, but enjoying playing through it again, and it's good to, when I've got a spare few minutes, I can just kind of jump on there and have a quick round, and
You still
in
don't have the
between.
glitched one?
No, because I'm playing now through my second series of the FedEx Cup.
Mm-hmm.
So it's about 20 tournaments and in one season, and then like a FIFA or whatever. So you'll play your season. If you win the trophy, then you just go back and play another season again. But you build on all your attributes and that. So
Yep.
as I'm playing, I am getting better, and yeah, it's good. I'm really enjoying that still, and it's a good just turn your mind off game and just kind of flick to for a bit, just to chill yourself down from the big blockbusters that have recently come out. So
Awesome.
yeah. Next, I have been playing more of the Tomb Raider, Rise of the Tomb Raider that was
Yeah, me
released
too.
this week.
Actually, I just got off playing that myself.
Yeah,
Well, I didn't get off playing.
While playing it, or
No, I just
it's all
stopped.
them extra polygons, isn't it?
I just stopped playing it to come and record the podcast.
Oh, okay.
I got a glitch. I got a mad bug where I fell through the world. I recorded the video, so if I can work out how to get it off the Xbox, I'll post it on YouTube and Facebook. But
That
what
was
happened-
kind of when I did I found one in Halo where I kind of climbed through the top of the level. I was running around on top of the level, and
Mario style.
I kind of found out how to start recording, but then I don't know how much of it recorded and where it recorded to, and it just got all too hard, and I just
it only records 30 seconds max, so it's a bit tricky. But anyway, what happened is there's an achievement for diving into a well, and I found a well where there was like an awning not too far away, so I thought, I'll give this a go. And I got it first go. I got her to do the dive, because what you got to do when you jump towards water, if you quickly press the left trigger after you've jumped, she'll go into a dive. And I think it's right trigger and you do like a pin drop. But anyway, did the dive, she starts diving, lands perfectly in the middle of this well. But I don't know, it's just to do with the buoyancy or something. Because I dove, she's gone straight into the water and kept going down, and then just like popped out the other side, and then fell into, like, there must be a cave underneath or something, and I've just fallen, and because of the height that I fell from, bang, I died. I got the achievement and and died. So at least I got the achievement. I guess that's the main thing.
So we had a Thursday night, was it? Last week?
I don't know, what are you talking about?
I picked it up on Friday, so Call of Duty Black Ops 3
Oh, right, yep.
was released this week. And unlike every other Call of Duty release, I've actually only played like the first... I haven't even played the actual tutorial. I played the first level bit of it, and the rest of my time has been spent on multiplayer.
I know, that's a bit arse about for us. I'm a little bit the same. I've played more multiplayer than I have campaign.
Yeah.
But
And,
good reason for that. The campaign's co-op, so I kind of really just want to play that with everyone rather than on my own.
Yeah. So I don't really think it's going to be any kind of a spoiler because it is within like the first 10 minutes of the game for those that are playing. But I'm going to say spoiler alert anyway. There you meet one of the sergeants in there, and he's the guy from SVU, Law and Order.
Wait,
And,
I'll get the actual
of-
sound effect for later.
Yeah. All I was thinking of while I was watching it was I thought it was the guy from CSI, and I kind of got it mixed up. And, well, your arm gets ripped off. And all I can think of is I haven't played past that, and all I could think of is I'm waking up in a hospital, and a nurse walks by and goes, "What's wrong with him?" And he kind of goes, "Don't worry, he's armless," and just like puts the sunglasses on and fucking
And that music starts. Yeah. Well, that would be terrible if that happened.
It would be quite fun. Dun, 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 dun.
I thought you were going to go down the lines of it's a massive rip-off of Metal Gear Solid 5. What's the name of the song? The Man Who Saved the World starts playing.
Maybe save the world.
That'd be cool. Anyway.
Yeah. Or someone's walking in and they go, "The Black Knight always triumphs. You've got no bloody arms left."
But yeah, Call of Duty's going well. The main campaign's awesome. It's good to play on your own, but it's awesome to play with 4 players. Red, I've been playing that with you and a couple of the other guys, and it's epic, man. and we're playing it on Veteran. And
Yeah, fucking hell.
Yeah, it's just awesome, man. Those Terminator-like robots, man, they are intimidating.
They dude, you can put 20, like I had to resort to the single fire semi-automatic sniper rifle there, that level that we were doing.
Yeah.
And I could land 27 crits or headshots and I'd be lucky to drop it before I ran out of bullets in my clip. That intimidating is a really good word, because some Call of Duties, even on Veteran, I've played them all on the hardest difficulty and we're not even playing this on the hardest difficulty.
No.
And you can kind of run through and, XR around like you used to in AW and just blow the shit out of
do a lot
everything.
of the shooting as well.
Yeah.
I remember a couple of them a while ago, you could actually walk through the entire game without having to fire a bullet.
Yeah, but this one here, that level we're talking about, Luke, the other day, was like, after dying 4 times, it's like, right, everyone get right back.
Yeah, and you work out a strategy.
I'll run up, chicken the dudes out to start the sequence, and then we just bail back. I couldn't even get back to you guys without taking heavy fire. And then, but fair to say, we were stuck on that checkpoint for about 30 minutes, and then we got it done. We're like, fucking teamwork, boys.
Oh, yeah, and then at the end of the level, Red, you tell the story what happened.
So 5 minutes before the end of that level, that took probably about an hour, and which being good sized levels that they are, someone in our group that we won't name, there were 4 of us there, and it wasn't Weeksy, it wasn't Luke, and it wasn't I, so Nick was the only other person there, but it wasn't us. Got the old whip cracked. You have to get the fingernail polish remover to try and remove the bloody thumbprint. Exit us out of the game as host. Oh, I'm gripping my chair really tight at the moment. Killing all bloody save data and checkpoints and everything. It's not fucking Destiny, man. You got to save and exit.
Yeah.
And we lost it. And I'm like, nah, fuck it. Nah, this is. I've got to go change my tampon, and then we're playing multiplayer because I'm not doing that again because that was stressful. And then to have all that relief, get all the collectibles, mind you, in that level, the relief of the teamwork, the pinnacle of the narrative for that mission, which was getting pretty intense. Nah.
Yeah. All our progress go on. So remember that, everybody. If you want to exit out before finishing the level, save and exit. Don't just close the game because you will lose your progress. I think it will be okay if you're the host or if you're just playing on your own, because I think the autosave will be yours. But I'm pretty sure that Nico's probably the only one with the autosave. So if we're to continue from there, we probably have to play off him.
Which is not a knock, I don't think, because this is the first time they've integrated multiplayer, cooperative play in the campaign. I don't think it's a hit on it, because normally when you're playing a game, you will save and exit before you leave, but he must have copped the whip right on the end of the scrotum, because he was gone.
But a lot of games are like that, because I remember when we were playing, what's that, Tom Clancy's...
Ghost Recon?
Ghost Recon was the same. When I was host, you never got a save file for it. That was only
that's
me.
right.
Yeah, so a lot of games do it. It's no biggie. You just got to be aware of it so you don't shoot yourself in the foot, so to speak. But yeah, look, I'm caning that multiplayer. I mean, when I say caning it, I'm not doing overly well, but I'm really enjoying it because I'm a little bit more in my element now. I enjoyed the beta, and the final product I think is just as good, if not better. And I love all the maps. I love the guns. I'm really enjoying the multiplayer.
Sounds good.
Yeah, the sound is good now, with a good set of headphones.
It comes through your headset pretty schmick, I would imagine, considering how it comes through mine.
Yeah, and
that's one thing I'm enjoying. You can actually hear where they're coming from.
Yeah, there's a few times where it might quieten down, where you don't hear all the explosions, and you'll hear footsteps, and you just stop and you listen, and then you face the direction that you think they're coming from, and sure enough, an enemy just walks through the door and you just lace them because you're ready for them. It's great. Really good sound. So it's good. It's a brilliant game. I would probably go as far as to say, not story-wise, because I haven't completed the campaign, but as from what I've experienced so far, the multiplayer and all that, I reckon it's one of the best Call of Duty experiences that I've had. And up until this game, Modern Warfare 2 was the only one that I really enjoyed. So yeah, it's going well. Love it. Good game. Real good game.
We're singing high praise for it. We wouldn't be the neutral people we are if we didn't mention the server.
The servers
for the first
junk.
72 hours.
Yep. No, it's still junk, man. I had the same problems earlier this morning and yesterday. The server problems are shit, man. Last night was garbage. They need to sort that out. I don't know. I think it's probably just a PS4 server issue. I don't know about the...
It's overload, I'd say.
Yeah, probably, because more people are playing it on there. Just based
and
on
it is just PS4, because you go onto that website where they used to have the DEFCON ratings for how the connectivity was. Now you just click on it, it says if it's good or not. So Xbox One was good, 360 was good, PS3 was fair, and PS4 was experiencing problems, and PC was very good.
Yeah, so look, it is a great game, but yeah, you're right, Red. You got to mention that the connectivity is garbage. There is workarounds, and you can sort of do your whole reset the game, maybe reset your modem, or...
do you want me to give you the really quickly rundown what I've learnt from the things for the workarounds?
Yeah, if you've got some help, go ahead.
Really quickly, right, opening screen, you'll notice up in the top right corner you've got your version number, and it says press X to start. Don't press X until the version number is 33.14, whatever it is at the moment. It'll click its way up, and then you hit X, you've got instant access. It'll stop you from getting that AV, or the alphabet error.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, you won't lose connection. Another one is, if you're experiencing red bar, yellow bar, and you're in a party, it's most likely the person with the moderate or a strict nat type that are bringing you down. 3 or 4 of us will jump in with the open nat type and we'll hit green bars. As soon as Weeksy jumps on with his leukemia net, it spreads, man. It's like AIDS in Africa.
Well, yeah,
seriously.
we had the one red bar, and the one thing that I learnt, I don't really know too much about lag and how it works, but you guys were explaining it last night. It was because I was saying to you guys, oh, I don't have any lag, I'm running around fine, nobody's rubber banding and things like that. But you pointed out, you said, well, shoot somebody and you'll notice that you won't get a hit marker until like a second or two after you've actually hit them, which means they're not flinching, so they're shooting at you with no drama and you'll get taken down. And another thing that I noticed as well, if you throw a grenade, the animation to throw the grenade goes, but the actual
grenade comes out of your chest.
Yeah, the grenade just flies out like a good second afterwards, which shows that you've got lag. So you may not notice lag, but if you pick up those little hints, that means you got lag, and you're probably going to die more often than you deserve to.
Because they literally see you first.
Yes, that's why I'm dying more often than not.
All right, another quick thing to take notice of. If you jump into a lobby and it's a 12-person lobby unless you're playing ground war, and it's got more than 12 people in it, the lobby's most likely going to be broken. Also, you can tell if you go down and vote for a map and you press X on it, and it takes 2 or 3 seconds for your vote to register.
Lag,
that's a lagged lobby, and also the final countdown when it gets to 10. Yeah, and it starts making the beeping noises. If that's stuttered, just get out. Just get out and re-roll. So there's a lot of things there.
Refer to
Hopefully.
it. Just go and hit search again. Well, there you go. That's an informative little bit of information there. Awesome. All right, let's move on from Black Ops. What else, Sean?
On Monday night, I went down to beautiful Penrith Plaza at about 9:15. Walked in and paid for my copy of Fallout 4, and then proceeded to hang around and enjoy the atmosphere waiting for the midnight launch. So that was pretty awesome. Down there they had like an ice cream guy set up, which was doing ice cream made of liquid nitrogen and all that kind of stuff. They had all the Pip Boys set up. They had a Vault Hunter and all that kind of stuff in cosplay. The DJ, I keep calling him Pip Boy, but he's Vault Boy, was there as well.
You've learnt your lesson.
Yes. As I was, because I'm, anyway. And, then we picked it up and come home and proceeded to sit through the hour of install time and fell asleep and woke up and began to play Fallout 4.
Nice. Now with that hour install, just a quick explanation if you haven't seen it on the website. What they've done, like it's just about every game that we get that's a AAA game around that size probably takes about the hour, but other games use the feature of the PS4 known as Quick Start, which is basically the same as when you're downloading a digital game. It'll install or download a small portion of the game first, which will enable you to start playing almost immediately. And then as you're playing in that area that's already installed, it installs the rest of the game in the background. Now, because of the way that Fallout 4's been designed, if you've already played it, you'll understand that the very first section from your house to the vault is quite short. So it's not like in Fallout 3 where there's quite a fair bit of time spent in that one little closed off area. You get into the open world part of Fallout 4 quite quickly.
Yes. And
if they just installed that first part, you'd probably play for about 10 minutes and then you'd run into a wall and you won't be able to go any further because it's still installing. If they gave you a little bit of the open world, they wouldn't know which way that you're going to go because the whole map is open from get-go. So to combat those little issues, Bethesda made the executive decision to say, right, we're not using that feature, they're going to have to wait, but that way they get a perfect experience for when they start playing the game rather than running into those invisible walls that say loading, which make the game look shit and cheap. So that's why that happens. It's probably, it's might not take an hour, maybe half an hour to an hour, depending on, I don't know, maybe your console or anything like that, whatever contributing factors there are. But just have patience, and that way your game will run fine when you play it.
I think it roughly takes about 50 minutes because it has the 7 videos that play for your special. So they were the videos that were released coming up to release with the short cartoons, which showed what your strength, your perception, and all that kind of stuff were. Yep. So they actually play those when...
Oh, while it's installing?
While it's installing, yeah.
Oh, okay, because I never saw them.
Either did I.
No, because when I got home, I just put the disc in, and I had no intentions of playing it immediately. I thought I'll let the update download, I'll go and organise some dinner, sat down, relaxed for a bit, made a coffee, and that's when I turned it on. So I was probably a good hour and a half, 2 hours after putting the disc in anyway, so I never really noticed.
Yeah, so it actually has the short video clips, the cartoons.
There you go. That's it.
So that was really good. That's what I was saying when I sat down and watched it install. So they actually showed all the videos, and then by that time I was that exhausted, I just kind of fell asleep and I've gone, I'll start you tomorrow. So
awesome.
Yeah, but overall the experience is quite good. I'm really enjoying the open world of it. The combat, the thing that annoyed me the most about you, like the VAT system, especially from Vegas, has been completely overhauled, and it is a hell of a lot better than what it is, and it's starting to feel more like an actual shooter with the thing as well. And the great thing as well is the switch between the third person and the first person view. I really like that.
Now, I'm really keen to hear, now I've heard a little bit from you, Red, but I'd like to hear from you, considering I think you have been awaiting this game probably more eager than a prisoner of war is for water. So go ahead, Red, and tell me, how's it gone for you? You wanted to play this more than anything.
And I haven't been let down. We'll just start with that. Wow, the first hour was pretty much goosebumps for me. You know, I had a misconception of what the start of it was just by videos and screenshots and even the stuff we've seen at EB Games Expo and everything like that. It was flipped on its head within the first 20 minutes of what I believed was going to happen. And then a few things made sense because we already knew it was 200 years after the nuclear fallout and everything like that. And it's like, well, you can put together how somehow 200 years can pass and everything like that. So that kind of come to fruition. And then I think the most epic moment was actually not having to wait too long, obviously, to get out of Vault 111, but when you actually got out there, I didn't know what to expect because Fallout 3 was a lot of sand and a lot of shit.
A lot of brown.
A lot of brown, wasn't it? Yeah. And then it was sunny and it was slightly vibrant given what had happened 200 years before. And then just that sense of, right, do what you want. You had no real quest line at that stage. You just got out and you wandered around until you found your sanctuary. And then, how spoilery am I allowed to go?
I don't care. I mean, there's probably a lot of people listening that don't want to hear spoilers.
The first mission, you get given a confrontation of epic proportions that just make you go, fucking wow, wicked. And then you hit that climax, and then you're kind of off the rail of where they really wanted to take you in the first hour or so of gameplay, and it opens up for you. I've put mine on to hard because it increases the chance of legendary items.
Is it difficulty setting?
Yeah, in the game.
That's what I said.
You can change it at any time.
Oh, I never even realised.
I changed it down to easy.
Oh, yeah, I'll probably do that too.
Yeah. That was funny. I was talking to them the other night and they said, you swapped it down to easy, but then it reduces your chance of getting legendary items and legendary gear. And I'm like, I don't need that if I'm playing it on easy.
Yeah, good point.
But that comes in the form of legendary mini bosses and stuff like that. You'll find out in the open. So you got your super mutants, then you'll run into a super mutant brute who's of a legendary class who takes a lot more bringing down and stuff like that. So it's all randomly generated and everything like that. I've had the luxury of having my cousin here, and he's been playing next to me, and I'd go do something at level 8 and he'd come back and do it at level 18, and it was still different. And I went down into what I call dungeons, these rooms, these houses and whatnot. They can take you down 10, 15 floors below the surface and everything. You're working your way down. It's just dungeon crawling for me, a typical RPG, and it's just filled with such detail and everything like this. And then you realise that you're only on this little square part on the map. You're only literally going up and down. You're not covering any bloody ground whatsoever, and you've spent 2 hours there just because you want to. There's no quest line down there. I've just gone in, had a look, and found out that there was a hidden passageway down under the stairs. I'm like, alrighty, let's go on a dungeon crawl. I come out all the better for it with weapons, gear, and everything like that. Oh, it's just... See, I'm palpitating now. I'm loving it. I'm looking at it paused on my TV next to me. I'm looking forward to getting back to it. Dialogue is good. I'm actually invested in the subplots more than I am the main narrative because, yeah, who wants to do the main storyline anyway? And yeah, you get to the points where you go, no, I can't do this. Go out, come back, mark it on your map. And also a good thing with the companion app, also you can put custom markers on your map on the phone and name them whatever you want. So you can go, all right, well, there's a legendary item here, but I'm not strong enough, so you just put on there, must come back here, level 15 or something like that. So you can set all your own custom waypoints on your phone. And yeah, I don't know how to explain how much I enjoy it. I think the voice acting's good. I think the first-person shooting aspect is really much more crisp. I think Fallout 3 was a little bit easier, in all honesty. This has been reworked with, they worked with id, that does Doom and whatnot. The guns look better. They sound really good too, by the way. Talking about good gun sounds in Call of Duty, it just feels a lot more complete. I find myself using melee a whole lot more also, as opposed to in Fallout 3 where it was just all guns. I'm now sneaking around and literally crawling crouching from one place to another to try and stay hidden, and that's really worked for me. I've got a completely different build using intelligence and charisma this time round, so hacking and bribing people and persuading them is really working for me. So I went on
there is a lower amount of ammunition as well, to be fair.
Oh, absolutely.
So that's sneaking.
There's a wider variety.
And using the charisma, yeah, you'll find a hell of a lot of ammunition that you just don't have a weapon for.
Yeah, and sometimes you can't get the weapon unless you craft the specific barrel. So you take a sniper rifle that uses a 38, and you can save up the materials, and you can turn it into a 50 caliber sniper rifle.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's probably safe to say that Red, you're really enjoying the game. You like it. Sean, you're enjoying it too. Now, if you guys don't mind, I will play devil's advocate here and give you a realistic insight to what the downside is, because you guys are obviously blinded by beauty and see what the game is and absolutely love it, and are ignoring the bits and pieces that aren't so great and so polished. So,
I could go ahead and tell you bits that aren't so great.
All right, but just give me a moment. Now, one of the first things that I've noticed is the frame rate is absolutely up to shit. It's up and down, it's all over the place, and it doesn't run anywhere near some of the other games that I've been playing. I understand that it's an open world and there's quite a lot going on somewhere in that world, but definitely not where I've been, because it's quite long in the tooth getting to places. And I asked you guys the other last night if there's any mounts or vehicles or anything like that, and you told me no, and I was like, oh god, okay, fair enough. So there's a lot of boringness to it, I find. Now, there's a lot of little things, little bits and pieces, Red. You always refer to them as 1%ers that I like to notice. One thing, very early in the game, there's absolutely no reflections in any of the mirrors in the game. I don't know why they decided they couldn't do that, but that wasn't done. Also, they did decide to put reflections on... What's his name? Codsworth, is it?
Yeah.
They decided to put a reflection on him. Well, that was all well and good while he was in the kitchen. But there is a section where he follows you into the bedroom with your baby. If you look at Codsworth, he still has a shiny reflection of the kitchen while you're in the bedroom. It's silly.
Must be Mrs. Codsworth then.
Well, maybe. But yes, there's little things like that that are a bit dodgy. But yeah, that's only little things that I pick up on. Then there's other things where there's wall glitching, where you get into positions where you get stuck because of the debris on the ground. Maybe it's just me being an idiot and I can't play properly. No spoiler alert, I guess, because the dog is in all the videos that have been released already. You pick up a dog companion who promptly likes to fucking stand in doorways like I do when I'm asleep, I guess, but that dog is a pain in the ass. I would really like them to make it so I could fucking step over, aka go through the dog when it's standing in a doorway. So that was quite frustrating. Now, there's also another thing where you can pick up a shitload of shit. Now, it's useless shit at the beginning, but you know, you guys have explained to me that everything's useful in the game. I understand that, no drama. But if you don't know what you're doing, You're not in a place where you can use it. You get over encumbered and you can't run, right? Now, I decided to go into my inventory and I just chucked absolutely everything from my junk. But the thing is, I didn't know how it would work. I thought it would just put it into a neat package on the ground. I was in a tiny little room inside of a building. So then when I went out of the menu, it just went
Borderlands style.
just went everywhere. And because I was in a tiny room, everything just started bouncing all over the place because it had some sort of bug with the collision aspects of the game. So everything just kept colliding into everything, and it just turned it into a massive just ball pit of shit. And I'm just, fuck, I'm gonna get out of here. Because all the tins and the fucking candlesticks and the photo frames and, you know, the...
Teacups and coffee pots.
Yeah, the little... I don't know, there's probably a baby in there.
So fair to say, for the first hour, every time your cursor went into the square and you hit X to pick up, you went, oh, okay.
Absolutely, yeah. I just kept doing that thinking, when's it going to end? So, yeah, I think I almost broke the game by chucking all this shit into a small room. But anyway, that was kind of funny. That's probably my fault, but... That's the thing. Now, I like exploration, and I've really enjoyed the action sequences that I've been a part of so far early on. But I feel that they're a little bit far in between. Like, it's, you know, a lot of it is, right, go here, boom, massive big action sequence that's at the beginning, I think is what you were referring to, Red.
Mega climax.
Awesome. That was really good. And then finishing that, we had a little conversation. Old mate with the cool crooked hat says to me, come with me, we're going to go this way. And walked really, really slowly. Do you remember that part?
Yeah, I didn't follow him. I just went off and scavenged the rest of the city that we were in, and then I fast travelled back to him.
Well, I don't know what I'm doing because I'm not confident in Fallout because I've not played them. So I thought, oh, I better follow this bloke because I won't know where he's gone. He fucking
out of town, and I'm like, fuck this.
If I'd known up ahead, I would have went up to him and say, hey, buddy, just empty out all the junk and you'll be able to run. That's what I think the problem was. I think he was encumbered. He just had heaps of fucking candlesticks and photos and cups in his pocket. I had a fucking toaster in my pocket. Why did I have a toaster in my pocket?
To break it down for the springs, screws and steel.
Yeah, no doubt. But anyway, so look, don't get me wrong, I am not saying that Fallout is a terrible game, and I'm not saying that it's broken, because it is not. It's got some issues that no doubt every game has. It probably has a few things that needs to be fixed, but it's a great game, but it's probably something that I would enjoy a lot more if I didn't have my attention shared elsewhere. Now, at the moment, I want to play Call of Duty, I want to keep playing Tomb Raider and all that sort of stuff. Once I get through those and I'm sick of them and I'm done, I'll probably pick up Fallout and probably give it the attention that it deserves. And I do think that I will get into it, but just they're the glaringly obvious things that have sort of smacked me in the face because I'm not giddy with excitement, you know.
I bet you if we could raid and plunder together, we'd be playing it non-stop.
And you're 100% correct. You are 100% correct. Because it won't be boring. Because I can run around with you guys. I can probably chuck shit at you. You know, we could muck around, find things, laugh. Hey, come here, I found this.
Yeah.
I'm on my own in the middle of this big, vast, open world. I look at the big bridge that's in the picture there. I look and I go, wow, that looks really nice. I could go up there.
Yeah.
But why?
Because there might be a bullet up there. You might get a 9mm bullet out of it. That's why I go up there.
But the 40 minutes it took me to get up there, I can't glide off using my wingsuit.
Oh, no. You can't go in the water either because you get radiation poisoning.
Yeah,
it's a real bitch, isn't it?
Yeah, it's something I'm going to have to get used to. But look, not to take away from an experience, I reckon Fallout fans will love it. So, anyway.
Yeah, the survival aspects are really stellar.
I just got to add to it as well. Like, this game supposedly started its development process back in 2008 when Fallout 3 was done. So over that time, there's been a hell of a lot of development in like engines and like graphics and all that kind of stuff. And I think that a lot of the stuff that's come through in it, they've maybe just upscaled from something that they've done, because it's...
I was just about to say, it's evident.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like it's a completely ground up, built from ground up for this generation.
But that's
we know it isn't.
That's probably the trap that you fall into. With a game so large, it probably just takes too long to make, that you're going to miss out on advancements because you started back in X date and it's taking so long. You know, like games like Call of Duty, they're making them in a three-year window. So you've got relatively new stuff every time. But if this is being made over a large time, yeah, of course things are going to get better that they can't implement. So I guess that's
you don't want it to take up 200 gig on your hard drive.
Yeah, that's it. Anyway, anything else more on that, or do you just want to move on?
No, we'll move on.
We'll move on.
Because I'll come back to it next week as well.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
Anything else, Sean?
That's it.
All right, go ahead, Red, if you've got anything different to mention.
No, not really. Just except for the fact that I've really, really enjoyed playing campaign and multiplayer with the pair of you guys. Because, as we know, Call of Duty is one of my most favourite franchises, and I was real disheartened with Ghost, and AW was different enough to be enjoyable for a while. But for the first time in 3 years, it really feels like Call of Duty again, and I had my bunch of mates back then that we used to just jump on for the social part of it, because we never had the chat function like the 360 did back then, so we used to all just jump in and dick around, which we had a taste of last night, the never-ending game of Gun Game.
Oh god, yeah, the rules. So gun game between mates in a private lobby, where normally a melee kill will set you back one level. We changed it so it was 10. So if you got hit, you lost 10 levels. God, that went on too long. I had to pull the pin and I went to bed.
Sean, I ended up with 72 melees.
Crazy. But congratulations to Evan Jacks. You took away the prize there. Good on you, champion.
But that's what it's all about, and I'm just real humbled to be sharing it with you two blokes, because AW was AW. Ghost was never really a thing other than probably the 2 private matches that we played together back in the heyday. And that's what I'm enjoying the most. I love the hub world and the setup of the campaign, how it's so different. Even just having 2 people, as you said earlier, Luke, is better than 1, because you've got just that little bit of freedom. If you want to push forward and try and take out a heavy, you take a few too many bullets, you go down, your mate's going to come grab you.
Yeah, you've got the revive option.
That's a good leg up, and it's lateral as well, up and down and left and right, and it really uses the rig ability, so your wall run, your climb and everything like that, and the integration of the different L1, R1 special abilities within the campaign is really cool, to affect robots, to affect humans, to affect all sort of things. You can really gear up. So, yeah, I think that's just a step in the right direction, and I'm really enjoying it. So, but other than that, not a lot more to add, mate, because it's been a big Fallout and Black Ops week for me.
Nice. All right, well, let me bring Game Talk home with a couple of things. First of all, I just want to give a bit of a shout out here. Give me a C.
C.
Give me an H.
H.
Give me an E.
E.
Give me an L. Give me another L.
What's it spell?
Oh, nobody wants to play anymore. What does that spell?
Shell, I think.
Chell, with a ch. And who is Chell?
She works for Aperture Laboratories.
She is being held captive by Aperture Science in Portal 2, and thanks to a community member, good fan of the show, Aaron Wilson, I'm going to play an example, well, not an example, I'm going to play the proof right here. It is one of the developers referring to the name of Chell and pronouncing it such, and also mentioning what the name of the company is. So have a listen.
What is new in Portal 2?
You're still at Aperture Science, but you're exploring a whole bunch of new parts of Aperture Science. We've got new characters, these 2 robots. You play, instead of being Chell, the human from the single player, you play these 2 robots.
So there you go. That is definitive answer. Even though the time was up on you correcting me on that one, Sean, that's the correct answer there. So I'm an arsehole. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
All right, so moving on. So we've talked about Black Ops 3, we've talked about Fallout 4, we've talked about Darksiders 2 Definitive Edition. Quickly, I'm going to talk about Night Squad. Now, neither of you guys, I don't think, have played that, especially you, Red, because it's an Xbox exclusive, Xbox One exclusive. Well, it should say a Microsoft exclusive because it is also on PC. And, well, I guess that's not necessarily Microsoft, is it? Because you could probably get it on Mac, I'm not sure. But I know it's on PC and Xbox One. Night Squad. 4 of us got together last night. It was myself, Weeksy, Ross, and Repremier. We had a go at this game. Now, I didn't know what I was in for. I didn't really know what type of game it was. We had a ball. It is hella fun. So let me explain what it is. Night Squad is a multiplayer party game. Do you guys remember a game called Fusion Frenzy on the Xbox 360?
Yeah.
No, for obvious reasons.
Yeah, obvious reasons for you, Red. Basically, it's a party game where there's a whole heap of little mini games for you to play. Now, think of Top Down, think of Gauntlet, think of Bomberman. That's kind of your view. You get to pick from all these different knights. Now, knights in shining armor, and you go into your online matches. It's up to 8 players, which is really cool, but we only had 4 because nobody else has Xbox Ones. And you pick, you set up your levels, and it's kind of like Call of Duty with all the options that you can play. You can play Capture the Flag, Domination, Gun Game, what is it, Capture the Grail or Quest for the Holy Grail or something like that. There's all these different modes. I'm not going to be able to name them all because there's so many of them.
Soccer.
There's soccer as well, which is like a Bomberman version of
Rocket League.
Rocket League. It is. Yeah, it's sick because it's a massive big rock in the middle, and it's basically like Rocket League. You run around, but the cool thing is, while you're doing all these things, you can just kill each other. There's team deathmatch as well as free-for-alls as well, where you just got to kill each other. There's power-ups all over the field, no matter which game mode you're playing. So you can run around and you start off with a little sword. You can run around and pick up a bow and arrow. You can pick up a crossbow, a bigger sword. You can get mounts, so you can jump on a horse. Man, those things are OP. You can pick up lasers, bombs. You name it, it's in it. It's so good. The environments are destructible. If you pick up a drill or use a bomb, you can blow the walls out of the way. And yeah, so it's like a party game, and you can set the time limits. We set them for about 5-minute matches, and you get points. You can play in teams, you can play individual, and it's just a hell of a good time. It is one of those games that would be absolutely awesome with a whole bunch of alcohol in you, a couch full of mates and controllers, and go nuts. It'd be a hoot. We played it for a good hour and 15 minutes just for the sake of getting a go of it before the podcast and to get a review done for it when it releases. But it is tops. Now, I haven't double checked this, but how much, like, what would you expect to pay for a game like I've just explained?
On the Xbox,
on your Xbox One, yeah.
$40.
Yeah, $40-50.
Look, $10.
Oh
Really?
Yeah, $9.95. Now, look, I'll
that's cheaper on there than it is on Steam.
Yeah, I think it's like $15 American on Steam.
Yeah.
From memory. Yeah. So
it makes me just want to get it for Steam because I want to play this thing. I'm kind of cheating here and having a look at your preview of your review.
Oh yeah. which isn't up at the moment. By the time people are listening to this, it will be available. It's just under embargo at the moment, but weird space-time continuum bullshit. by the time you're hearing this, the embargo will be lifted and you can read it. So go and check out aussiegamersexpress.com, and the review for it will be up there. A couple of GIFs and photos and stuff like that you can watch, and also the trailer. Awesome game. It's got good personality. It's funny. There's a character you can pick who's called Selfie, and he takes a photo of himself when you pick him. There's a guy that hits himself on the head with a sword. He's kind of like a brute that Red you'd probably pick.
Yeah, it's me in a nutshell.
It's just a brilliant game. There's obviously you can play it on your own with bots. There's also a challenge mode which can eat a dick because it's too fucking hard, but that's not the draw card for this game. Playing online with your mates or on a couch co-op would be good too. And the good thing about it, it's a shared screen. There's no split screen or anything like that, so it's not going to look shit if you're playing at couch co-op as opposed to online or LAN or anything like that. Brilliant game. So I can't recommend that enough. Everybody needs to play this game, especially for that price. That's a killer, man. That is amazing.
Keep accumulating these so we can play it next year when Weeksy goes away and when I come up and share your couch again, because...
You need to pull your finger out and buy an Xbox, brother.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yes, absolutely.
And move to Sydney.
Yeah.
Yes, because Ethernet cables are too expensive to reach from here to Tasmania. But anyway, that's enough for Night Squad. That's a top game. It's available now, PC and Xbox One. Just a quick mention. Now, it's not something I've played, but Resident Evil Shooter has popped up on the PlayStation Store. There is a video available at the moment. It says temp or something like that in brackets. So I don't know if it's an accident that's shown up on the store, but it's there. And this Resident Evil Shooter looks awesome. Have either of you watched it yet?
No. I'm going to watch it tonight. I did get your message earlier, but I've been a little busy, Sadie.
Look, stick your excuses. It looks fantastic. It looks like I don't know. It looks like it might be co-op. It looks like it might be adversarial, like with multiplayer. It looks fantastic, is what it does. It kind of reminded me a bit of Rainbow Six Vegas, because it looks like you play in third person, but when you go aim down sights, it's first.
Oh yeah.
And, you know, you've got like this weird climbing hook sort of thing that you use to stab into the heads of the zombies or the other players by the looks of the trailer. Check it out. It looks really cool. So, I think that's a working title. I think it's actually going to be called Umbrella Corps.
Oh, that's the one I was talking about a couple of weeks ago.
Yes, you did mention it in a news item. Absolutely. That is exactly...
Because you can use that hook and you can take out the component on your on the opposition, because you basically got a thing that'll not repel zombies, but zombies won't look at you as just brains.
Yes, exactly.
And you can take that sensor off your opposition, sneak around, take it off and bail, and you can let the zombies do the work for you.
Yeah, and that's displayed in that trailer, so I recommend going and watching that if you've got a PlayStation.
Oh, yeah, definitely. If that's that Umbrella Corps you're talking about, we'll get it, we'll try it, for sure.
100%. Alright, I think that covers me for Game Talk, so I think it's about time that we get into this week's news. James Hetfield jumped in. Alright, first up in this week's news, we're going with PlayStation 4 Pleasure. Now, Red, I kind of would probably guess that if anybody out of us would be getting this much pleasure from a PlayStation, it probably might be you, but haven't listened to this. A man has been filmed pleasuring himself to a PlayStation 4. Yep.
I read that.
As a whole bunch of shocked onlookers watched in horror. So CCTV footage has shown a man wearing a red beanie, I don't know about his other beanie, and a black coat standing in front of a PlayStation 4 stand in some electronics store. Let's just say for argument's sake... Hey?
Just say it's Walmart.
Yeah, I was just about to say, let's just say for argument's sake that it's got to be somewhere in the US. No offense to my American fans, or our American fans, but he promptly undoes his belt, drops his trousers, and starts to work away on a 5-knuckle shuffle. So he's having his own way there, looking at the old PlayStation 4, which is quite a good design. A store employee rocks up and no doubtedly says to him, "Oi! That's not the joystick you're supposed to be using," and kicks him out of the store. So
We'll let him finish first.
No, I don't believe he finished, and I'm not really interested in finding out if he did or not. So that's disgusting. That happened, and that's the power of the PlayStation 4.
So, fair to say he didn't have faulty hardware.
Oh, the PlayStation worked anyway. For the gamers, so they say. Alright, next up in news, we'll quickly move along from that one. Alien Isolation for Whimps! Like me. So if you are like me and you've played Alien Isolation and you think it's probably one of the best Alien games that you've ever played, but you just can't bring yourself to play it because you're just too damn scared, a modder in the PC world has come up with a solution. So a mod that gets rid of the one thing that's ruining our experience. The alien! So, if you install this mod, it'll fuck him off and allow you to play the game. So it doesn't actually remove the alien, but what it does is it just nerfs him, so he's essentially just gets stuck in a vent. So he can't get out. So the alien's still there, somewhere in a vent, but he's inactive, okay? So he can't come and hunt you and kill you and scare the fucking shit out of you. Now, take into consideration, though, you're still going to be up against the robots and the human enemies as well that can still kill you, but the alien won't scare the bejesus out of you, which sounds fantastic. The only drawback is, for me, I've got it on the PlayStation 4, so I can't mod it. But if you're on the PC, you can mod it, and if I was, I would definitely mod the fucker. So alternative
Mod it to like something like Barney the dinosaur,
well,
or
when I was reading this news item, I thought they were going to turn it into a teddy bear or something. That would have been funny if they did that. Someone do that, please.
Or E.T.
That would probably still scare me. But yeah, alternatively on the PlayStation or the Xbox or something like that, you can just turn it down to easy, and it turns the it's called come on, joke. Oh, I can't think of his name. What's that piano guy that can't see?
Stevie Wonder.
It's called Stevie Wonder mode because the alien can't see for shit and just walks straight past you. It's great. Just don't fart because he'll smell you and eat you. But yeah, so there you go. If you're a PC guy, get that mod, give it a go, and you'll be nice and safe, and you won't be changing underwear every 2 minutes. But that's it for my news. So, Red, tell us about your UFC announcement.
Yeah, well, I'm pretty pleased to hear this. I remember, Sean, you were pretty jazzed about the initial EA's inaugural UFC game after the 3 or 4 that come on the PS3 and Xbox 360 that weren't quite up to scratch. So EA Sports have come out today, or yesterday I should say, which was back then, but you get what I'm talking about when you're listening to this, that they've released a dev diary for UFC 2. So outlining, I'll link the video to the page for Sunday afternoon if you want to check the video out yourself, but it just goes on to say that basically UFC 2 is slated for release on the Xbox One, PS4 in autumn next year. That's our autumn. They've just gone on to say where they've gone from top to bottom on the first release, and what worked well, they've worked on that a little bit more, and more importantly, what didn't work so well, they've tried to rebuild different, probably the control structures for the grapples and whatnot, though they made sense to people like me because I'm used to it from number one. It made no real technical sense what you were doing with the stick. You just knew that down and around to 9 o'clock was going to throw your left leg left and stuff like that. So hopefully that'll be a little bit easier to figure out for the masses, really, and bring a slightly more enjoyable fisticuff sort of a realistic sort of fighting simulators to the PS4 and the Xbox One.
Awesome.
Yeah, I actually watched that video and it looks like they're doing a hell of a lot more mocap and all that kind of stuff, and really working on like the facial and all that kind of stuff, like
more individual
getting hit and split and all that kind of stuff, and like really working on like the blood and all that kind of stuff as well coming out of bleeding, mashed up faces. And it also looks... Did the first one have the women in it?
Yes.
Oh, it did. Okay. Yeah.
Just not Ronda Rousey.
Yeah. I'm guessing she'll be on the front cover of this one.
I remember seeing a picture of that Ronda Rousey and the comment to it, I think it was probably on Reddit, saying, I never thought I'd see the day where the winning competitor was hotter than the cheerleaders.
Oh, she is.
And she was.
Ronda aroused me.
Yeah, she did make the cheerleaders look like mingers.
Yeah, no, she's pretty prime, and she's a good fighter too. She's top notch.
Nice. All right, next news.
So Activision Blizzard have aspirations of hitting the big screen. I think we've all seen the trailer to the Warcraft movie.
Yep.
Yes.
So I'm thinking that's their first installment. That's probably more Blizzard, but now they're set to their first production will be an animated TV show set in the Skylanders universe. So that's probably a little bit easier to brag the market of visual media as opposed to the video games.
Well, why not? Have a look at how friggin' Pokemon.
Yeah, exactly. And my kids have actually got Skylanders and Spyro Skylanders on the PS3 at the moment, and just quietly they've got it coming for the PS4 at Christmas time. But it's cool, it's colourful, and Jesus, if you can make a TV show with rabbits where they just go around going, you know, it's not going to be too hard, but that's always a good medium to break into, targeting the 8 to 13-year-olds. But the big news is... Sorry?
And 32-year-olds.
And 32-year-old bronies, yes. But the big project is a near-term project for the studio, which will be a Call of Duty movie.
Oh, as long as Mark Wahlberg's not in it.
No, well, we had the Call of Duty movie. It was called Saving Private Ryan. That was Call of Duty 2
that was Medal of Honor.
Oh, good call, actually. I will stand corrected there.
Yeah.
I like it. But there's also in the works a TV franchise adaptation. And I'm like, oh, come on, man. I don't know. I'm not sold. A movie, maybe.
Actually, you know what the movie version of Call of Duty was?
What?
That movie that's called Gamer, by which has
Gerard Butler.
Gerard Butler in it.
And Dexter, yeah.
And it was crap.
John Leguizamo.
Yeah, no, that was a good movie though, eh? But yeah, like with your Modern Warfares, and you didn't like it?
No.
I did.
You liked that Band of Brothers movie.
Yeah, that was cool.
Was that the one?
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
No, Four Brothers.
Four Brothers, that's the one, yeah, Four Brothers.
Yeah.
Another one with Mark Wahlberg in it. I'm not a Mark Wahlberg fan, obviously.
So, I don't know. Get Michael Bay to do it. Just blow lots of shit up.
Yep, and I'll enjoy it.
And then there's your Call of Duty movie. But
if they do a Call of Duty movie, it's got to be a futuristic thing.
It's got to be, man. Yeah, and it's just CG 101, really. But I think the next biggest game to movie adaptation is going to be Assassin's Creed coming up.
We've also got that Ratchet and Clank coming too.
Oh, how good does that look?
That'll be good.
I can't wait for the Warcraft movie. When they did like the flyby over what I'm guessing is like Stormwind City and all that kind of stuff. It just looks absolutely amazing. I'm really pumped to see what they did.
I thought that was Mordor. My bad.
Mordor. Rivendell.
Or maybe it might be the Blizzard version. They might call that less door. Open door? Closed door? I don't know. Anything.
Hodor.
Hodor! Alright.
So Activision Blizzard, we were talking about them last week for spending in the vicinity of $5 billion or something, weren't we? The
Candy Crush?
Candy Crush movie.
Yeah, Candy Crush movie. I'm sitting there. Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm just watching bricks.
They did that on Robot Chicken.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, the Candy Crush movie.
Oh, it's already been done. Okay, let's we up to Sean's news now.
Yep, moving along.
What do you got?
I'm the stat man.
Call of Duty Black Ops 3 has racked up more than $550 million in sale in its first 3 days of release.
Wow.
So they're actually saying that the previous 2 titles are doing a hell of a lot better than they did, and that's probably due to the changeover in consoles, and a lot more people have the latest gen now, and I think that they're really starting to get back on to this Call of Duty just doesn't seem like the older ones. With the beta and that, it showed that, you know what, there's not going to be a hell of a lot of XOing around and all that kind of stuff. They've mixed it up a bit, and I think that's pulled the players in. So,
I'll put you on the spot, Sean. How much did it cost?
Did it cost?
To make.
To make? I don't know.
Oh, you're not the stat man.
No.
Stat man.
What other stats have you got? Anything else?
Black Ops 3 players have played online for more than 75 million hours combined from Friday to Sunday.
With one bar.
Yes. And they said that the engagement per player is actually been at an all-time high, and it's the highest in the franchise. So the actual engagement of players is how much time the player is actually spending within the game. So
there you go.
Yeah.
Awesome. That's it for that one?
Yeah, that's it for that one.
Next.
Okay, now the people that missed out on those beautiful but very expensive Pip Boys, there's now a website that's gone up where somebody has made the 3D model for it, so you can get it customly 3D printed. Yeah.
And that one we can probably safely say is somewhere in China.
Well, I have a friend that has a 3D printer.
Oh, so you can get the...
You can get the design, you can
plan.
download the file, you can download the thing. This one here has got it where they've got certain different places which will print it for you and then send it to you. So they've done it like you go down the list of different stores, or if you will, and find out who's doing it the cheapest or whatever there, and then put your order with them, and then they'll ship out the pieces to you and you put it all together.
Well, that'll happen all up until there's a cease and desist and a sue lawsuit coming towards whoever's doing that.
Yeah.
Bethesda.
And also then you can, you'll paint it yourself, and you'll be able to
You're going to make one?
fully customize it. I was thinking about it. It looks really, really cool.
Well, don't think too hard about it. You'll give up.
And yeah, so you'll be able to get it 3D printed and sent out to you in pieces, and then it's all like just putting a model together. And they've got it in all different sizes, so it'll actually fit in anywhere from the new Samsungs, the new iPhones, all the way down to like your iPhone 4s.
Awesome. So Sean's going to start making some bootleg Pip Boys, and we'll give one away for the What's That Sound winner for this week.
Damn.
Special conditions. Special conditions apply.
Condition. Yeah, you just send a roll of duct tape.
Okay. Interesting.
Just
I'd like to see
give them
if they come out any good from whoever makes one. We'll have to search up, see if anyone's used those plans. Awesome. All right. That's all our news?
Yes, it is all our news.
All right. Well, then I guess that's time for What's That Sound?
We stop, children, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down.
All right, so last week, the What's That Sound? I don't know. Who got it from you guys?
Red
Anyone?
did.
You did, Red?
Sonic.
Man, you've been doing quite well, considering you got the last 2 rapid-fire quizzes under your belt, as well as the What's That Sound. Congratulations. Aaron Wilson also got that correct, so he won a free game. Congratulations to him, and thank you very much.
He don't get shit.
Why doesn't he get shit?
What?
What'd you say?
I said he don't get shit.
Why not?
Smart ass.
Oh, because he proved you wrong. It doesn't take a genius to agree with me. Any smart person will do that. And maybe you'll learn from your mistakes.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Aaron Wilson, you're not a smart ass. You're a legend. Good on you, champion. And
I like your name too.
Yeah, it is a good name. Starts with 2 A's. You're always going to be at the front of the list, unless they go from the other end, because then Wilson, you're screwed. You're going to wait forever to get picked. But anyway, yeah, sorry, it was Sonic the Hedgehog, which was correct. I don't think I beeped it out last week, so whatever.
So it doesn't take a genius to get it.
No, I'm not talking about the genius to get the what's that sound. I'm talking about to agree with me. And never mind. Everybody else understood. You're the only one in the dark. Anyway, let's move on to this week's What's That Sound, and as in usual form, the file name of the sound is called WTS episode 103, and I can't remember what it is, so I don't know if it's going to be easy or not. Have a listen.
Big Bird, this is Bravo 6. We have the package. Meet us at LZ1. Over.
Yeah, that's easy. Maybe not. Red, you know what it is. Yeah, thank you. What's the character's name?
Oh, come on. Dude with the beard.
Oh, don't do it to me.
Both of those comment... Well,
he's got the porno.
Yeah, that's better. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, nah.
Come on, we're not moving.
Out the window.
No, we're not moving on. We're not moving on until you get it right.
Shepherd.
No.
Yeah, I was going to say Alex Mason.
No, Shepherd the Trader. Yes!
Yeah.
Congratulations, well done. There's a whole lot of editing that I've got to forget to do. No dramas. Let's... yeah, well, anybody at home, if you think you know what that sound is, if I've bleeped it out or not, whatever, send us the answer to our like a private message on our Facebook page on Aussie Gamers Express, and you may win yourself a free game. So congratulations again to Aaron Wilson for last week. Well, that's it for What's That Sound. Let's move into this week's Rapid Fire Quiz.
I'm going to have to do a wee because I'll get too excited when I win again and piss myself.
Alright, go wee. Alright, so this week's Rapid Fire Quiz starting now, and this one is also being recorded. Hopefully this one makes its way to a YouTube channel near you, Aussie Gamers Express, obviously. Last week, someone remind me who the winner was.
Red.
I think
with
Red's,
1 point.
Red's excited. He's probably throwing his hands up in the air, and I assure you, he fucking does care.
How many points was it? 1 point.
What? It was 1-0.
How many did you get?
Best of a bad bunch.
Tried.
You what? You tried.
An award.
I
Yeah.
think fucking both of you tried. Anyway, what about the week before?
I think that we're still waiting on the answer.
No, that has been confirmed. No.
Hanging on to that
Hey,
shit.
I just had a look at my notepad. Have a look. Oh, you guys can't see, but my notepad says this is fucking urgent. So let's get going. Right. So what do we need to do? I can't remember. What do we do? You buzzers.
You ask us questions and we answer them.
I know. Hang on. All right. We've got to get the little ticky-tock thing going, which actually doesn't mean anything because there's no countdown timer literally till we get to the end of the questions. All right, so this one's going... I need you to be quick with this one. So this week, the answers are going to be slightly easier. You're just going to have to think of an answer. So there's going to be multiple answers for most of them, but not all. All right, so are we ready?
Yep.
Test your buzzers.
Dong.
Red.
One more time.
Dong.
Red.
Right, so we've got good buzzers. All right, so we've got red and dog. All right, here we go, and the time starts now. Name a racing game starting with R.
Red.
Dong.
I think that was red. Go.
Ridge Racer.
That is correct. Well done. Question number 2. Give me the name of one of the ghosts from Pac-Man.
Dong.
Sean.
Blinky.
Correct. Question number 3. What buttons replaced start and select on the PlayStation
Red.
4?
Dong.
Oh, red.
Options and share.
Correct. Question number 4. Name a 3D Super Mario Brothers game.
Dong.
Red.
Sean.
Super Mario Party.
Incorrect. Question number 5. Which came first? Assassin's Creed Revelations or Brotherhood?
Dong.
Sean.
Brotherhood.
Correct. Question number 6. CeeLo Green's Forget You songs refers to 2 video game consoles. Name one.
Dong.
Red.
Sean.
Nintendo.
Incorrect. Question number 7. What is the name of Atari's attempted Game Boy killer?
Dong.
Sean.
Lynx.
That's correct. Question number 8. What device allows you to watch free-to-air television on your PlayStation 3?
Dong.
Sean.
Play TV.
That is correct. Question number 9. If you're running around the tower or doing a patrol...
Red. Dong.
Red.
Destiny.
Correct. Question number 10. What is the latest game released by Turn 10 Studios? Come on, Red. Red?
Was that night game you're talking about?
No, that's incorrect. That would have... that would have tied the game, but unfortunately, no, that is incorrect. The winner is, for episode 103, Sean Thorncliff! Woo! Do you know what your prize is? I actually organised a prize for this week.
Yeah?
Yeah, do you want to see it?
Yep.
Here it is here.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
Well, you can't actually see it just yet, but what it is actually a quality machine-made, genuine piece of wire.
Genuine piece of wire. I could use that because look here, I've got my Marcus Phoenix, right?
Yeah.
I could use the piece of wire because he's broken in half.
Yep. Well, that is
You
all
just
yours. 100%
Pull his
yours.
top off.
And you don't need to inform the tax man about that. That is completely tax-free, that price. Congratulations. Well done. I appreciate your good efforts. That was a close game. Very good. We'll quickly go through the answers. You got a couple wrong. So, Ridge Racing Game. Ridge Racing Game. A game starting with R. Red, you said Ridge Racer. Racing Evolution or Race Driver would have been fine. Give me the name of the three of one of the Pac-Man ghosts. Inky, Blinky, Pinky or Clyde. What buttons replace start and select? Red, you said share and options. That's correct. A 3D Super Mario game. Red, you said. Sean, you said Mario Party. That's not a Super Mario Brothers game. That's a completely different thing. What I was looking for was Super Mario
World 3D,
Super Mario 64, Super Mario Sunshine, 3D Land or World, Super Mario Galaxy or something like that. That's your 3D open world game. Question number 5, Sean, well done, you got this one right. I asked this question because I always get it confused.
Oh, Brotherhood and Rev, yeah.
Brotherhood and Revelations. I even made it tricky by saying which came first, Revelations or Brotherhood. You were good enough to get that. Brotherhood was in 2010 and Revelations was in 2011, so well done there.
Then it went to 3.
Mm-hmm. Yep, so then the question was, we'll up to number 6, CeeLo Green, Forget You. That's the censored version. I think it's actually called Fuck You. But anyway, he refers to 2 video game consoles. He sings, I guess he's an Xbox and I'm more Atari. So, there you go. That's the 2 there, and you said Nintendo.
Who the fuck is CeeLo Green?
You know the song, don't you? Forget You.
No.
Guess he's, what is the words again? I guess he's an Xbox and I'm more Atari. Better get to you.
And, and every album was shipped with a butt plug.
That was the only song he did. He's a big fat guy, big fat black guy. I don't know, whatever. Look it up. You'll know the song. I'm just not performing it very well because I can't sing for shit. I'm a gamer, not a singer. Alright, moving on. Question number 7. What is the name of the Atari's attempted Game Boy killer? Sean, you said Lynx. That is 100% correct. Well done.
My brother had one.
Oh, really? I never had one of them. That's one of the very few gaming devices
big
that
monster piece.
It was huge. I think it took about 8 batteries and lasted for the exact same amount of minutes.
Yes.
The next question was 8. What device to watch free-to-air television on PlayStation 3? You said Play TV. That was correct. If you're running around to the tower doing a patrol, blah, blah, blah. Destiny was correct. Red, congratulations. And the latest game released by Turn 10 Studios was Forza Motorsport 6. Red, if you had that, it would have been all tied up. But 4-3. Congratulations, Sean. You win this week's 103rd episode. Rapid fire quiz. There it is.
I like the multiple choice and the deviations from just one specific answer. That was cool.
Yes, well, I've done that so There's more than one answer, so you're not getting stuck. So
you get an answer.
Yeah, so I wanted to get some answers this week rather than, I don't know, and Nintendo and garbage like that. Alright, well that's the end of Rapid Fire Quiz, so let's move on to the next one. As for everybody watching on YouTube who isn't listening to the podcast, you can listen to the rest of the show and the beginning of the show if you go and search on iTunes, Stitcher or TuneIn Radio for Aussie Gamers Express. You can watch the full length 90-minute podcast there. But thank you very much for checking us out on YouTube. See you later. Say bye, guys.
Thank
Bye,
you.
guys.
Smart ass. Alright, so we're on to must-play games. Alright, so we're up to must-play games, which is Sean's segment. So Sean, I'm excited. Tell me, what is your must-play game for episode 103? Go ahead.
It is Red Dead Redemption.
Oh! I agree.
Another Rockstar game I haven't finished.
Oh God! You haven't played Red Dead or finished Red Dead?
I haven't finished. I've spent a lot of time playing it. I just never finished it.
Oh, that's
trying
because
to
you
red mode it.
You Red Dead mode everything. God.
red mode dead without.
And that there is one of the biggest reasons why I don't play games like that, because they don't get finished. Almost as bad as The Last of Us. But Sean, take away your segment, please.
Okay, yeah, so Red Dead Redemption was originally released back in 2010 on May 18, and this was one of the first games I got when I actually got my PlayStation 3. So I'd actually bought it on Xbox 360, played through it, and loved it, and then when I actually bought my PlayStation 3, it came in the bundle with it, so I played it through again, and absolutely love it. It's just what it is. It's made by Rockstar, and Rockstar San Diego are the people that actually made it, and it's been produced by, distributed by Rockstar. So they're the Grand Theft Auto people, and it's the second in the franchise. So it actually came after Red Dead Revolver, which was back in 2004. Now that game was not really well known.
Yeah, not many people know that.
Yeah, knew much about it and that, but so a little bit on the story of it. So I was going to be a smart ass and change his name to Don Martin, and then have somebody else research a video and tell me that the name of him is wrong. But John Marston was actually arrested by the Bureau of Investigations at the start of the game. So then he's basically said, look, we're going to wipe your slate clean, and you'll get amnesty for all your crimes if you bring your former gang members to justice. So he goes after him, confronts him, gets shot. A woman called Bonnie finds him and takes it back to his farm, and that's where it kind of starts with his whole plot for redemption, if you will. So set back in like the frontier times, if you will, of the old west in America, down south near like Texas and into Mexico and all that kind of stuff. It is very much like you would think a Grand Theft Auto would be like back in the frontier times. There's awesome gunplay and gunslinging, and that's kind of...
that's a nifty difference between GTA and Red Dead.
Yeah, and like the Deadeye as well, which you use in it, which is like you slow down time and mark all the guys that are in front of you, and then just do like a quick fire with your 6-shooter to take them out, and that it's a really good way of doing it. It's and kind of putting you into that time, if you will. And yeah, so all you're either on foot or on your horse, and massive open world. I still remember walking into this game and it just being this just huge expanse that you looked over like the whole area and went, wow, like where do I get to go now? And finding the towns and the little outposts that you had to kind of take over, and just walking through the area and there'd be a snake or birds and that you get like little collectibles off by doing hunting missions and all that kind of stuff in there. And there was just so much to do in this game that you found yourself kind of red moding it because there was so much to do, but you kind of get taken off a little bit to the side and you go, oh, this is cool. I want to do a few more of these missions, or I want to get a few more of the collectibles in the area. And I found myself kind of clearing out a whole area before I'd move on. And I hadn't really done that with a game before. I don't think a game had got me that engrossed before. And it was just that this massive open world. Like we had Morrowind and what was the other one? Oblivion out back then, and this was totally different because it was more your third person, and it just looked fantastic. And you looked out across the horizon in this game and kind of went, I'm going there, and you could go there.
It revolutionised the sandbox feel.
Yeah. Yeah,
Because
very
of the-
much so,
the
because
ti-
it
the
was
tidy horses, and the horse travel was a lot less clunky than a lot of the other games when you jump on horseback as well.
I still think it has got one of the best mechanics that I've seen.
Well,
like,
still to
shit's
this
all over
day-
what bloody Dragon Age Inquisition had.
Yeah, still to this day, I have never ridden a horse in a game with such good controls. That had the best controlling horse, and also the best looking horse. You could even see the muscles rippling in the leg of its or hind legs when you were running and things like that. And it had a real good exhaustion thing. So obviously the horse would get tired, so you'd have to ease off.
Fatigued off, and yeah.
And I'll tell you what, this game had a massive effect on me when I played it. I actually contemplating moving out into the bush and selling everything and living without electricity and just gas lamps. I wanted an alternate life. It drew me in. I really got in because it was a great story and a perfect experience. That game, I'm very confident to say, is 10 out of 10 in my books.
Yeah.
And it taught us all how to play Hold'em.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're dragging the players around as well. There was nothing better than going into town, getting the lasso out, lassoing somebody, and go, "You come with me, bitch," and just fucking drag them all the way back to the
train track
jail and that. Yeah, because you hog tie them onto the back of the horse and drive to the train line and just drop them all down and wait for the train to come. Yeah.
Brilliant story.
Absolutely, yeah, and if anything, I would love to see another one.
Oh, and Red, you haven't finished it, so you don't even know, man. Oh.
I do know. I got to that point.
Oh.
I haven't seen the end game. Put it that way. I basically finished, but I never ticked off that last couple of boxes.
Oh, okay. So you got pretty close.
Oh yeah.
Why would you stop?
It said it's the end. Because I didn't want it to end the way it did.
Oh, you're a weird human being. I respect you, but I will flat out say you are a weird human being.
Yeah.
And apparently they're working on it for the backwards compatibility at the moment.
Yeah, it wasn't one of the original 100 though, which sucks. So
Yeah,
shit out.
I have to go out and buy it again, I think.
Something.
I'll
So I don't think I have it on my 360 anymore. I've only got it on the PlayStation.
Yeah, I think
Which kind of sucks, but anyway. Yeah, overall it did come with the DLC as well, so they had the Red Dead Redemption Undead Nightmare that they turned into the standalone as well.
Yeah.
So I never played that.
I got it, but I
yeah.
didn't really play much of it.
Yeah, so it was
Didn't
like
have
a
the same
zombie curse that was going
Yeah.
through the frontier, and you had to find a cure for it and stuff. But yeah, as I said, like I've never been a big fan of Grand Theft Auto, as you guys know. Like I got GTA 5, never finished it. And yeah, but Red Dead, it was just something about it. I think it was the whole area that it was, like the time it was set in, and it just drew you in so much. It was just I've never had that experience where you were playing in that time zone and had that much of a great experience in that.
Well,
you know, it was just
revolutionary.
I 100% agree with you. Definitely a must-play game. So that's another tick in the box. You've picked an awesome game that definitely deserves to be the hero of that segment. So well done.
Yeah.
But we
do you know how many copies it sold?
I don't know, and I don't really care. But tell us. You're going to tell us anyway.
14 million. That's not a bad.
Nothing to sneeze at. Well done. Good game. Love it. All right, good game. We should end that segment there. And Red, give us this week's shout.
Rightio. As you've probably found yourself, Luke, somewhere on Facebook we can get our top contributors. I've cheated this week and I've taken the first 3 names of this week's shout straight from the post. So wait, no prizes for guessing.
Wait, hang on. The one that I posted up.
Yeah.
Those 3 names I took from last week's podcast that you named, you idiot.
Hot damn! I thought that was like a stats thing.
It is, but it just coincided with the ones that you picked from last week, you idiot.
No, I'm not an idiot. I'm just influential. Easily influenced even. I'm not influential.
Yeah, because I went and listened to the podcast last week and picked 3 of the names that you mentioned last week.
Hot damn.
So that post is a week old information, Red. Aaron Wilson's got to get a shout.
Yes, Aaron Wilson will get a shout. Who was the person that proved Sean wrong again?
I'll chuck in a...
I proved you wrong in thinking that you were good at quizzes this week.
I'll throw in a shout this week. He's had a couple of shouts in the past, but he deserves another one, and that's Ross Mark, because he helped us out with my review gameplay for Night's game.
Night Squad.
Night Squad. So he helped me out with
that. And it's been awesome playing Call of Duty with him this week.
There was a shout for Ross there for his contribution and his his persistence to try and get a good connection with us.
Yeah. So Ross Marks mentioned it.
Big Dick Piddington. Had a bit of a chat with him over the last week. I've had a few different things. It's always good to have him rear his head. He's somewhat of a strange fellow, and I like that.
Who's that? What's his name?
Richard Piddington.
Oh, Richard Piddington. Right, gotcha.
Yeah, Rich Big Dick. Joshua Daniels. Some nice interactions on the page. Do appreciate it very much. And here's our last one. Charles Nash for pointing out that the Pip Boy is not a Vault Boy, because the Pip Boy is a mechanism, not a character. Though it plays such a big role, I'd almost say it is a mechanical character, like
Codsworth.
Codsworth, exactly.
Very good.
So, big shout out to those lads. Thanks very much. Shout out to you boys for making Call of Duty what it was this week, giving the shit connection also.
Awesome. Thanks, Red. You're a champion. Thanks, everyone that had their name mentioned. Thank you to everyone else that's just on the page and contributes on a weekly basis. Thank you very much to everyone. I think that's it. I think now it's your job again, Sean. Bring the show home.
Yeah, well, now that we're at the end of this week's show, please take the time to like us on Facebook at www.facebook.com/AussieGamers2012 or search for Aussie Gamers Express up in the little search bar at the top. Twitter's been going off lately. So if you want to be looking at our tweets and what's going on, so at Aussie Gamers 12 is where you want to search there. Aussie Gamers TV at twitch.tv is going to start to explode very, very soon as LewkOne gets his NBN connection happening. So make sure you get on there and subscribe so that when it goes live you'll be able to get on and watch all the cool stuff that will be coming your way on there.
In HD.
Wow. That was my HD noise.
Okay, cool. I'll keep that.
All right. www.aussiegamersexpress.com is where you'll find all of our latest news, reviews, thought pieces. We'll have Night Squad up there. We've got Rise of the Tomb Raider. We've got Call of Duty Black Ops. We've got our Fallout 4 launch party stuff all up on there at the moment, so head on over and have a look on there. iTunes, Stitcher and TuneIn Radio is the best places to listen to this podcast. Just search Aussie Games Express and subscribe, and you can have this podcast downloaded directly to the device of your choice. So no streaming, no using up your data and all that kind of stuff. When you get on your Wi-Fi, automatically download, and you can listen to us anywhere.
Aussie Gamers Express, search that on YouTube and you'll find our YouTube channel. There's lots of cool little videos going up at the moment. Lots by Nico, LewkOne, heaps of stuff going up on there. And we'll have our quickfire quiz on there this week as well, where you get to see all of our ugly heads. And PO Box 130 Cranebrook, New South Wales 27490 is where you can send some snail mail to, if that's your thing.
Nice. All done and dusted.
Done.
Hey, Red.
You mean?
Are you don't have like a secret stash of millions by any chance, do you?
Millions?
Yeah.
Upon millions. No, I was going to go all WWE on you there. No, I don't. Why? What do you want?
Yeah, no, I was just thinking whether or not I should sue you for plagiarism, that's all. But I won't get anything
on.
For the post. You just copied.
I know.
It's plagiarism. You had good intentions. You thought that's not a drama. 100%. I love your work.
You're awesome.
You're under arrest.
That's
the show. I've been LewkOne.
I've been Thorncliff.
I've been red-faced.
Ha! Got him!
Got him! That was a wicked show.
It was a good show. Thanks, guys.
Yes.